I suspect every one of those taps is full of E. coli bacteria. That park has been there as long as I've been alive. Everybody is flushing their toilet out of the same groundwater where the wells are. Is Riverside Estates versus Amanda Bauer. Riverside Estates is the name of a small trailer park campsite place on Withers Road here in St. Joe County. They are represented by attorney Dana Hull from the Swistack Levine law firm. The defendant, Amanda Bauer, is present and she's represented by Megan Bauer. We had several previous hearings in this matter, dating back to June. I thought we were close to resolving the matter in August, but we weren't. I set the matter for hearing for August 13th. It wasn't resolved. There was an escrow order in place. I believe the defendant has paid. I wasn't clear. Escrow for, I think, June and July, but I don't believe escrow was paid for August. Anyway, the matter was set for a hearing today. This is filed as a non-payment of rent case. And defendant, which is a whole issue, whether you can file a demand for non-payment of rent case in a mobile home case, but I think this is lot and trailer. So the defendant raised a number of habitability issues, and I'm concerned about some of those at this park. Some photographs and other documents were presented. Exhibit list was presented today, but I'm advised by attorney Bauer that a settlement has been reached. I gave Ms. Hull permission to appear by Zoom. And Ms. Bauer is here live with her client. So Ms. Bauer, what's the status here?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Your Honor. You are correct that there are 2 months paid into escrow. Ms. Bauer was prepared to pay the 3rd month today, but we have, as you've indicated, reached resolution on the matter in the case. At this time, the parties have agreed to a conditional dismissal of the case on the terms that Ms. Bauer and her family will return the keys and vacate the premises on or before October 5th of 2025. And the amount of money in escrow currently should be released to the plaintiff. And the release of that escrow will satisfy the outstanding, account between the parties through the last day of occupancy. Whether that be October 5th or earlier. Ms. Bauer does not want to stay there any longer than necessary in light of the positive bacteriological tests at with the water and the other issues that you referenced on the record. The parties have agreed that the security deposit is not contemplated by this agreement, so it'll be handled in the ordinary course. Ms. Bauer will follow the security deposit law or the Landlord Tenant Relationships Act with regard to her forwarding address. And the case is to be dismissed now on the condition that Ms. Bauer and her family follow the terms of this agreement. And as long as they remain vacated from the premises, the case will stay dismissed. However, if the tenants have not vacated on or before the 5th, then on or after Monday, October 6th, the plaintiff is free to file an affidavit of default, request reinstatement of the case, file an affidavit of default, and ask the court to enter an immediate judgment of possession and sheriff's order to be immediately issued to Sergeant Morse or the sheriff of plaintiff's choosing. However, if the court is not satisfied that Ms. Bauer has defaulted on the terms of the agreement, then the case is to remain dismissed.
Ms. Hull, do you hear everything that Ms. Bauer said? Yeah. And you agree with that? If she vacates by October 5th, case will be dismissed. Effective today or tomorrow, the escrow funds will be remitted to the plaintiff And that will resolve the case. I couldn't hear you.
I said, yes, that's our agreement.
All right, thank you. Ms. Boyer, do you understand that if you don't vacate, you'd be subject to immediate eviction?
Yes.
Now, I went out there this morning. Actually, I did 3 things in that neighborhood. I also viewed a garage that's being built without a permit and another problem property in that same vicinity. So I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. There were 5 cars at your lot. Are you in lot 22?
Mhm.
It's the last trailer on the end. Yeah, there were a bunch of cars parked there this morning at about 10 o'clock, 4 or 5. And Ms. Hall, I had invited one of your colleagues to come view this property. I think you'd have a new perspective on it. I suspect every one of those taps is full of E. coli bacteria. That park has been there as long as I've been alive. Everybody is flushing their toilet out of the same groundwater where the wells are. As far as I could tell, there's no sewage treatment facility. And there's a couple of outhouse kind of bathhouse things. Anyway, so I think there's some serious issues with the sanitation there. But by this agreement, we don't join that issue. You simply agree to vacate.
Yes.
Now, frankly, you should have vacated a long time ago. The sooner you get out of there, the better off for you. But I had this situation, I mentioned this more than once here on the record, of another place that I call the health department. And they were reluctant to go condemn it and make everybody that was there homeless. It was a larger park than this. But I suspect the problem you had is with others. But as I said, there were how many people are living there?
Me and my 3 kids.
Do
So
you know who all the
the
other cars were?
And I'm the only one that's got the vehicle there. There's a burgundy car there, but there's a green van behind me. That's where other people live. And maybe across the street at a yellow house, but
This is as you go around the curve at the bottom of the ravine there.
it's not at the bottom. It's like when you pull straight in, you go straight back and you can turn and then
Yes.
go down. Yeah.
It's
the one
lot
that's
22, the last trailer in
Yep.
the row.
on the right.
Yeah, there were 4 or 5 trailers parked there, or cars parked there. So maybe they went to the adjoining lot or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
There was some sort of dilapidated structure in the back, like a shed or something.
It did look crowded when I was there, Judge.
But I think it's just where it's so small. There's like no space. You got a truck here, a van here, my vehicle here, one in the driveway,
Right.
and then,
Well, you're gonna leave the property.
yes.
I was told there was 2 $400 payments, but I don't think that's right. Rent is $9.95 per month. I think you made 2 installment payments of $9.95.
That's correct, Judge. I don't have the receipts printed, but Ms. Boyer did send me
Are we talking? Yeah.
the escrow, yeah. It was in multiple portions, but I think that has to do with money orders being limited.
All right.
Yeah,
All right. Does anybody have the order? Or are you gonna present it to me?
I have an order right here, Judge.
May I see it?
Absolutely. May I indicate one additional thing for the record, Judge?
Yes.
There is an additional named defendant, Mr. Alan Preschauer.
Yes.
I told him that because we had reached settlement and he was represented, and to avoid losing his job, that it was better that he attend his work again because he was represented. So he has consented to the terms of the settlement as
All right.
well.
It's Amanda Boyer and all occupants.
yeah.
And this
I have
order
the-
says
Yes.
Amanda Boyer et al. All right. It's signed by
Okay.
uh, Megan Bauer, Amanda Boyer, on the record for Alan Freshour, and Miss Hull, formerly, you're now Dana Holm.
Depends on who you ask, I guess. My maiden name is Holm. I'm going back to that. The state bar hasn't changed it yet, so. It's,
I'll call you by what you prefer, but I've known you as Dana Hall. And we have your consent on the record to this agreement?
yes.
All right, you have a little more than a month to vacate, which I certainly encourage you to do.
Judge, I'll indicate that Ms. Boyer has been diligently working and has something in the works.
Good. All right, Ms. Hull, thank you. And I'm glad I didn't drag you all the way down here for this settlement, but I know you and your firms have been working on settling this. But you've heard my concerns about this park. This issue is gonna come up again.
It is, Your Honor, I've never dealt with this part in particular. However, I haven't seen any, the well water gets tested weekly and there hasn't been, to my knowledge, a bad test coming back, except I think there was one in July and then they tested again the next day and it was fine. So if anybody has one, I'd
All right.
like to.
Maybe there's more to it. But okay. Anyway, this case is resolved. We don't have to join that issue. I'll give you the file to the bailiff. I'll take you get a copy of the order of conditional dismissal. One way or the other, you're gonna be out of there by this October the 6th. And that's good for everybody concerned. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'm all set then. Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Hall.
Thanks.